Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, Handmade by Ying with Donna. Today is October the 22nd and I've got another story to read for you today. Transportation in Washington Township, her life would quickly change, but the empathy and skills of the Henry Ford surgeons specializing in oncology and breast reconstruction would provide future options for enjoyment. Michelle's idea of fun, work, and more work laughs as Michelle, 52, her favorite pastime, weed whacking for several hours on her family's 10-acre property, raised with 5 siblings, chores were a must and enjoying them was sensible. I've always been healthy, says Michelle, but after COVID lingered, a shingle outbreak sent her to the doctor. The first one she had seen in about 10 years. She had a complete checkup, changed her diet, exercised, and lost about 20 pounds, but her prescription for a mammogram wasn't used. Until one morning at 4:30 a.m., she had rolled over in bed and felt a stabbing pain in her left breast. There was a mass, says Michelle, who quickly made an online appointment for a mammogram. After a required biopsy, her life had totally changed. So, at the Henry Ford, Michelle and her husband met with a medical team that included physicians and a breast reconstruction specialist. The doctor held Michelle's hands and talked about the diagnosis: triple negative breast cancer, stage 3, grade 3. Dr. Peters told Michelle, "This is aggressive, but we're going to take care of you." So Michelle, stay calm. Work decisions were made quickly with her husband. If something wasn't important, we would get rid of it and off the table straight away. Then treatments began. She received 4 chemotherapy infusions on alternate weeks to stop the cancer cells from dividing and growing. Then she received a Taxidol for 12 weeks and an immune therapy drug every 3rd week. The treatments caused her to have extreme fatigue. I'd lay down for several hours a day. When I felt better, I would get up and work. Keeping my mind and my body fit is what got me through this, says Michelle. To prevent losing her eyebrows after chemotherapy, she iced them down for 1 hour during the infusions, and to prevent any neuropathy, she wore ice mittens and ice socks. The freezing temperatures that she had read about actually helped. But hair loss for her was devastating. Her long hair came out in clumps. It was very upsetting, so she asked her daughter and her husband to help her to just shave her head. After the hair came off, I was a totally different person mentally. I could face this. I thought, I'm going to fight this, and I'm not going to let it overwhelm my life. To distract herself, Michelle tried keeping busy with a normal life. Her husband of 30 years and her 2 adult kids at home picked up the slack and did extra work on her Facebook. Women who had extreme mastectomies were now her lifeline. Then they'd almost became a part of her family. They didn't judge and they didn't give advice. If you want to vent, you can just do it in this support group that she had started. And they helped her to prepare for things that she might be feeling and things that were going to be coming ahead. Surgery was next, the double mastectomy and breast reconstruction. Immediately, breast reconstruction allowed patients to maintain their original breast appearance as much as possible without skipping a beat, said the plastic surgeon. Despite losing their breasts, patients didn't wake up to a flat chest and live every day with somewhat visible reminders of this nasty cancer. I hate to say it, but the surgery was wonderful, laughed Michelle. I woke up and I wasn't in a bit of pain, just a bit sore. I had like a toothache, worse than a double mastectomy or breast reconstruction. Dr. Peters and Dr. E were excellent, and the nurses became a part of my family. I didn't think about this as being an unusual high pain tolerance, but what is unusual about Michelle is her continuous positive attitude as she overcame any and all obstacles that came her way. However, the discomfort began when she returned home. The drains in both of her breasts were more aggravating, as any woman going through this would know. I sat in a recliner for 2 weeks. The doctors told me don't lift, don't twist, and don't turn. That part was killing me, sitting around and not doing any work. But those few weeks of recovery, it would make a world of difference so I wouldn't have any issues later. 2 weeks later, the surgeons gave Michelle the news. Her lymph nodes and breast tissues were now cancer-free. That means the chemotherapy and immune therapy killed it all. I was so excited. I would not have to change anything, and I decided to go through with the mastectomy because I didn't want to take a chance of that cancer coming back and being much greater. So she went through everything that she did. Michelle's advice for others: don't repress the tears because it's so unhealthy. I get my boo-boos, I get my boo-hoo moments, and I do cry. And if you need to step away and cry, do it. Then move on and don't feel sorry for yourself. Her new normal is now, I want to slow down and enjoy the life. I want to spend the next 100 years with my amazing husband at my side. So stop and count your blessings is what she's saying, and take time to heal through the journey. So thanks a lot for joining me back for this little blog of it, and I'll see you back tomorrow for the next one. Take care. Thank you.